I'm Mark McAllister at City Hall, where there are more high-profile candidates entering the race to become Toronto's next mayor, including former Toronto Police Chief Mark Saunders, joining City Councillor Josh Matlow to try and take over the top job here at City Hall.
One of the things that is a concern to me is that I feel the city's at a tipping point at this moment, and I want to do everything I can to reset it in the direction that it needs to go.
Mark Saunders has been in a position of considerable power before, as Toronto's top cop from 2015 until his resignation in 2020. Now he feels that experience lends itself to what he considers the city's biggest priority right now: public safety.
When we look at the random crimes that are happening across the city, it's a concern.
Some might say that the situation we're in now comes in part because you were chief at one point.
Well, you know, the question is, are police responsible for crime? The short answer is no. The police are reacting to crime.
Saunders faced some criticism during his time as chief for not better addressing systemic racism, amidst cries to defund the police and add more mental health supports in the city.
We have to look at things for what they are. And it's not about one agency looking after the entire city. One of the weaknesses being you have to get groups, large groups from all aspects, and say, what role can you play?
Councillor Josh Matlow, who long stood in opposition to former Mayor John Tory, now officially enters the race, claiming to tackle problems he says are at the top of the city's to-do list.
For too many years, we've seen services and infrastructure erode and decline. As a parent, it's like an Olympic game to get our kids into a rec program at a community center. We've seen our roads crumble. Our garbage cans are bursting at the seams. Our park bathrooms are shut.
Matlow wants to introduce a 2% annual City Works Fund charge, in addition to regular property tax increases, the cost of what he says is the price of a sandwich every month.
Anyone running to lead this city shouldn't just promise that they're going to improve their lives, but demonstrate that they're willing to put a plan forward to fund it and make sure it happens.
Are these not the things that the property taxes are supposed to be paying for in the first place?
Yeah, but the last two mayors have kept them artificially low.
Nearly lost in the mix, former Toronto Sun columnist Anthony Furey deciding to add his voice to the mayoral debate the same day with an announcement of his own.
On day one, I'll start a 90-day review where we analyze all city services, and if something isn't focused on providing what you expect as residents and taxpayers, then bye-bye, we're not doing it anymore.
As is almost always the case during an election period, many candidates calling for change. Voters have 3 months to decide how much. All signs are now pointing to another candidate, Liberal MPP from Scarborough-Guildwood, Mitzi Hunter, possibly entering the race soon as well. She's been questioned about it before. There is an event taking place this evening called An Historic Moment for Toronto, featuring an intimate conversation with her. There's also been social accounts that have been set up in support of her as well.